And we are live. We are back with ESL ANZ Champs 2021 Season 1 Qualifier number 2. I'm, of course, Light VIP, and with me for the very first time on the CranKy Ducklings, we have a special guest. It's Peppy.
Hey everyone. It's awesome to be here. I'm really excited to watch some awesome StarCraft today.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. I've been struggling solo casting a little bit here in the early mornings, but it's great of you to join me.
Yeah, happy to join in and watch some awesome StarCraft. And straight away we've seen 2 probes getting sent out, so it looks like we're going to see a really quick patch block from StarDuck.
That we do. Speaking of, introducing here in the bottom left-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, we have one of the newest members of the CranKy Ducklings. It is, of course, the Australian Protoss, StarDuck.
Spawning here in the top right, playing Zerg in the green, we have Vidar.
Oh my.
Sort of just AFKing with that probe there, but yeah, he does want to go up in the main and have a look because we've got a very fast bull and a very fast gas on the way light.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, this makes plenty of sense. Vidar, he was actually whispering me before the game started. I was like, "Yo, we're ready to cast you." He's like, "Oh no, don't do it!" Like, it's not gonna be pretty. But when you're up against a GM like this is what you want to do, right?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with some aggression, you know. Get in there, get some damage done early, try to throw them off their game. I think this is great. Like, as you know, from a viewer perspective, let's see some aggression. I want to see a bloodbath. So I'm fully in support of Vidar's cheesiness.
Exactly. Unfortunately, he got probe scouted, right? StarDuck, he knows what's coming. Like, he's already chronoing out a zealot.
So yeah, the Zealot's going to get there. He's going to try to work on the core here, which, you know, getting that damage done. You really want to look to fight when the second Zealot pops out. And you want to fight with about 10 workers. And I think we might see StarDuck pull a couple probes for that.
Oh, yeah, we'll see. Unfortunately, these things haven't dealt too much.
That's a good round. Oh, he's straight in. He's into the main base. Oh, StarDuck. A little sloppy with the Zealots there, and I don't know if you want to run into the probes like this though. Okay, yeah, he's finding some damage.
He definitely is. Like, probes are going down. The Lings, they're still alive. Like, it's going to take a while for these Zealots to really clean this up. Oh no!
Oh, the control was so good until he did that. Oh, he's lost quite a few workers there, and StarDuck has fully walled off with another gateway, so he's locked in. He's safe. And looks like we're gonna see some droning up on the side of Vidar.
Yeah, oh god. And StarDuck, he's even a little bit terrified as well, throwing down the shield battery. You know, he just wants to make sure that he survives. Maybe Vidar can get away with some droning. Yeah,
he hasn't quite. He might have missed the drone go to the third, so he didn't know. He does know now, but he wasn't probably sure that Vidar was expanding, so he's got to respect that roach follow-up potential. So he let the gateway finish though, which is gonna be tough to get out of his base. So we see that Robo coming down, and I think he's gonna opt for a quick warp prism.
Yeah, it is a bit of a shame that it did take him a while to confirm that there wasn't a follow-up push coming. So unfortunately he wasn't able to stop that gateway. But as you said, I mean, he may not even need to break down the wall if he goes straight for a warp prism.
Yep, exactly.
Oh boy, and now Vidar, what do you do from here, right? We had this all-in, or this really aggressive opening that kind of worked, it dealt some damage, but from here, would you go into roaches?
I think you want to power drones for at least another minute. Yeah, you got to respect the Warp Prism when it comes out, but I think there's no Twilight, so you should be able to just hold with Lings for the time being, and then probably want to go into eat roaches eventually, yeah. I like this Overlord Scout a lot, because there could be a lot going on here. Could be Stargate, could be Twilight. Him having a look here is really great, and shows he's obviously thinking about what could come out and what he's going to do, so... Yeah, it looks like maybe an elevator out of the main here. That's kind of cute. Getting all those units out, and yeah, I'm curious. He hasn't elevated out at pro, so it doesn't look like he's going to expand behind this attack, which is fine. But yeah, he kind of needs to do some damage with this.
Definitely. I was a little bit concerned for Vidar just because he has very limited, vision outside his base, and I was concerned maybe if StarDuck went into the main, but he's just going straight for the third base instead.
Yeah, and this is going to be really tough for Vidar. Without a large swell of lings here, a beautiful force field by StarDuck there, and yeah, that's going to be tough to come back from. He's really banking on these 11 roaches that are going to come out, but I think the damage has been done.
Yeah, and the problem is that sure 11 roaches are coming out, but like there's still no Ravagers, right? Like there's still no real way to deal with those force fields. Like the force fields are going to be insane.
Yeah, and he's got quite a bit of energy banked up by now. Yeah, when you're in between the bases like this of the Zerg, it's very tough for the Zerg to control all the units, and yeah, I love this by StarDuck.
I do like that Vidar, he didn't overcommit. He was able to keep the majority of his army alive, so he still has a relatively large force here. Oh my god, he's actually trying to dive on some of these sentries.
Yeah, I think he's gonna at least use up all the energy and snipe some of them. But yeah, from StarDuck, sentries almost just the force fields there almost stopping him from finishing that fight in a weird way. So yeah, I think this is going to be the beginning of the end for Vidar here.
Yeah, definitely. There's just way too much here for StarDuck. He never even needed to expand. GG gets called.
Well played, StarDuck.
Repping the CranKy Ducklings well.
Yeah.
And I actually wanted to ask you a little bit about it because I don't know if you have much experience with StarDuck. I know relative to yourself and many others, StarDuck is very new to the scene compared to
I've played him a couple times on ladder, but usually with my off race I haven't played him much with Zerg, so this is actually pretty good for me to get like a bit of a sight on him for next week. So yeah, no, it's awesome to be able to have a look at him and see how he plays. And I've heard lots of good things from other people there, that he's very talented, hardworking. So yeah, it's good to see young new guys coming up.
Yes. Now I see the real reason why you wanted to cast today. You're like,
Yeah.
I have the replays now. Like,
yeah.
Oh god, the mask is off. No, but I agree. It's been really great to see StarDuck kind of rise up and for that new blood in the scene. At the same time, it's also really great to see all the older players back, not just yourself. I think the biggest surprise for a lot of people was Crimson.
Yeah, he's definitely old. You can say that again.
Oh god.
No, it's good to see them back, and inevitably I will be meeting Crimson in some form of elimination match at some point, as is like fate seems to happen in every single tournament. So yeah, no, good to see him back. Brings back some old memories.
Yeah, surprising to see him back, mate. Not gonna lie, I was not expecting that.
It's people. Yeah, there's always that thing to draw him back. Like StarCraft, hard to get away from.
God, speaking of things that are hard to get away from, here we are on Blackburn LE, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner we have the Australian Protoss representing the CranKy Ducklings. It is StarDuck.
Spawning here on the left-hand side in the blue, fighting for his chance in this series, it is Vidar.
Oh, this time not going for an early pull.
Looks like he's going to get hatch blocked too, so it's interesting to see his response. He's been a little bit sloppy. He sent the drone early. But you need to send it to the ramp here. So if you see that probe coming, you can send it a bit quicker. But it's not a big deal. Just 100 minerals later.
Yeah. At least he did still end up getting that unnatural in the end. A little bit later than he would have liked, but yeah.
I honestly I would have loved to see him just go to the gold. Do it. Just take it and see what StarDuck has to offer against it. But yeah, this forward base is going to be fine. It will lend into aggression because naturally being closer to the Protoss will allow you to get your units there quicker. So it'd be interesting if he looks to utilize that. I imagine he will based on last game. But yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of it may come down to how active Vidar is. To be honest, I'm not too familiar with him. But of course, you know, there are a lot of Zerg players who love to go for things like queen pushes against Protoss.
Who would do that? They're very strong right now, so gonna be tough on this map because of the ramp going up into the natural. However, I think, yeah, just depends on what StarDuck wants to do. And whoa, where's that drone going?
Oh
Here
my!
We go.
Yeah. So the gold, I imagine the gold is going to come into play. I'm still disappointed that it wasn't, you know, the second base, but at least he's getting it.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and this is going to be like tricky for StarDuck to scout because I imagine he probably will run the probe north when the lings come out, and he probably will see it. But at that point, like, he's already committed to his tech, so he doesn't really have. He can't just like change up and go there. But we may see something where he goes like Oracle into Adepts there, just and sits them on the other side. I think that would be a really strong play here. Yeah.
The problem being is that StarDuck is coming home with that probe and he has not scouted the third at all. Like, he still has absolutely no idea.
Yeah, he just thinks it's a 2-base Zerg at this point, and it will be tough. Oh, he's gone Void Ray as well. He did, yeah, straight to Void Ray, so no Oracle. So it's going to be really tough to scout that as well. And it looks like Vidar's going to walk a Queen there. I love that. That's actually so smart. Or no, okay, it's coming to the other base. But he might do something where he like creeps it and walks it over. But I think you really want to get a spore down really quick at that gold base so you can get the workers there. But this is fine because he hasn't gone Oracle. It doesn't look like it's gonna cost him. But you can imagine if an Oracle just flew straight over here, these drones would be dead. Oh
yeah, it'd be disastrous, especially because there's not even a queen here either. Like, right now the queens are focusing on spreading creep. And I'm excited because we were talking about that queen push earlier, and like with all of these minerals coming in, like you can definitely be incredibly aggressive as a Zerg.
Yeah, I think this is actually really smart by Vidar, and he's probably going to look to. He's got a lot of gas banked up. Of course, he does only have the one gas, and now with the gold-based economy, that gas is going to get spent fairly quickly, even with just roaches. But he might look to do something where he goes like just a couple roaches and morphs them into ravagers. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah, but I really like what he's setting up for. He's really looking to be aggressive with this, and I think that's great. And StarDuck is going for a really fast third base, like.
Oh boy.
I'm worried. Boy. Yeah.
I'm worried as well, yeah. We have Glaives on the way for StarDuck as a follow-up after the Void Ray. Oh god, and there are already roaches on the way, which is what I'm concerned about. To be fair, there isn't any creep whatsoever connecting the bases, so the Adepts,
this scout from the Void Ray should just be like panic, like get defenses, because he's seen no drones at that other base that he just flew over, and he's seen a roach warrant, and he's seen no third. Like, there is a third, but it's at the gold, so he doesn't know that, and he's gonna find that out now. So it will explain a few things, but it's still he needs to get some defenses up ASAP, or this push is going to be very deadly.
Yeah, definitely. I'm worried that it may be too late. We'll see. I hope he doesn't try to defend the third base. I hope he just kind of gives it up and then just throws down a bunch of shield batteries here at the natural.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I would like to see him be a little more. Yeah, I think he just has to give it up. Like, he can kind of shade here and try and slow him down, but at the end of the day, I think. Yeah, you've just got to give up that third base and macro in the 2 bases, and I think he's still in a good position for that. But Zerg's got a gold base behind this; he can play out of it. So this could get to a situation where it becomes a macro game out of this. But yeah, StarDuck's got to hold on for the time being.
Yeah, definitely. Like, he's shaving off all the lings, which is great. He needs to buy a little bit more time. I don't know if one shield battery is going to be enough here at the natural. I don't know if he's not really respecting this push enough.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, no, I love this by Vidar. And StarDuck shading through, he might want to let some finish. No, oh, the Void Ray barely lives. This is looking dicey. This is really looking dicey for StarDuck. Great, a lot of energy on those queens still. Oh, he's missed a few transfuses though.
Exactly. Like he's got plenty of energy, and the force fields were amazing there. And
going down, and these adepts with their glaives are just going to shred through any reinforcing wings. And now that the bulk of the roaches are gone, this is really tough for Vidar, because he's left with basically no damage output, just tanking with the queens. Yeah, and I think StarDuck's going to end up holding this push.
Honestly, I didn't believe. I cannot believe that basically pure adept was able to hold like a Roach Ravager Queen push. Like I'm like, yo, without immortals, without disruptors, like oh my god.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of an overextension here by StarDuck, but I think he's got the economy to back it up. Even if he does lose his units, I think he's going to be okay. Look at that third base getting saturated now, up to 55 workers and counting. I think StarDuck needs to start teching a little bit. He's still only on 2 gas. There we go, adding some gases at the third and the nat now. Yeah, I'd love to see a Robo come down. And I love this. This is awesome.
Yeah, as a Zerg player, this is very annoying. And unfortunately, Vidar doesn't have any creep around here whatsoever, so it makes it even more difficult to deal with. Forces all the drones off the line. Oh boy. And yeah, I'm just really impressed with that hold. I still can't believe the StarDuck was able to pull it off.
No, it was a really clean hold. A little bit of misexecution on the side of Vidar with those transfusers. Maybe if he got him a little bit better, maybe biled down those force fields a little quicker. But very clean by StarDuck. This is awesome harass, by the way. Like, he's just constantly like wasting mining time at this base and picking up workers. Yeah, StarDuck looks to be in a great position.
Definitely. Vidar, he's trying to get out of this, right? Like, he's got a 4th base on the way. He's, you know, struggling to deal with these adepts. Yeah. But he's also stuck on Roach Ravager at the moment as well.
Yeah, the lack of tech is really, really the problem here for Vidar. As those immortal count comes up, as he starts getting Archons, you really need something else, like upgrades and Banelings, and it's just not coming here. So longer the game goes on for Vidar, and I think he just needs to go across the map and try to make something happen.
Yeah, as you were saying that, I only just realized that Vidar still doesn't have a lair either. Like, he has he was very all in with that, and
he
like,
was,
without a lair, without evo chambers, like, what do you do here? Oh god. Finally it starts. Yeah,
better late than never. If he can hold a push, like if StarDuck does take a really bad fight somehow, eats a lot of biles, like maybe he can macro out and get lurkers or something. But yeah, I think this push is StarDuck's kind of getting away from his army with the zealots there, and the Phoenix are a really weird touch for mine. I'm not sure what those are for.
Yeah, they're gonna kill Overlords, ? Maybe pick up the Ravagers?
Maybe he was like expecting lurkers, and he's got them to pick up the lurkers, but joke's on you, man, I don't have a lair yet.
Oh god. He's getting ready for the Spire for the Muta switch or something, mate. Oh god.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, it kind of like it from StarDuck's perspective, it does defend him against a lot. It gives him a lot of utility, but in a straight up fight against Roach Ravager, really not to go.
Yeah, he's getting too ahead of himself there. Meanwhile, God,
not the best shade.
Yeah, they commit to the shade. Bit worrisome. This is a bunch of free supply just giving up here.
Yeah, he is approaching max, so he does want to get rid of those adepts, but probably could have like just held the shade a little longer and just keep the army back. But yeah, we do see Vidar getting those double upgrades, getting that Hydra Den. He could get to lurkers, so this game could stabilize. He's lacking gas pretty hard, so it's going to be hard for him to get to 2 lurkers and get a
Mhm.
decent lurker count up. He's only on 3 gas. But if he can get lurkers up, there's a lot of chokes and a lot of ramps on this map. So StarDuck could have a hard time breaking that.
Yeah. I mean, StarDuck has just been really passive, right? I'm sure he could have gone for a bit of a stronger push a little bit early on.
And I think this might be it. He's got a Prism also flying into the main, so he's going to pull the army back with this Zealot War pin, which is really lovely, and then he's just going to 1-2 punch the front.
Yeah, and there's nothing here in the main base. Vidar does react, he does see the Zealots coming in, and oh no, he's moving his whole army to defend!
Yeah, wonderful by StarDuck, and he's even opened that up so he doesn't have to go through those chokes like I was saying. Yeah, Vidar knows. GG, well played StarDuck, he advances.
GG, well played. I mean, again, Vidar was fighting an uphill battle, but I do want to say that Vidar, like, he made a show of it.
He really did. Yeah, that queen push really, like, it looked like it was gonna break him. So well played to Vidar.
Oh yeah. Like I didn't believe in StarDuck, and he's on my team. But yeah, GG, well played to both of these players. And StarDuck, he moves on to a qualifying match.